Good evening.
Good evening. Nice to
Hi
meet you all.
there.
Hi, how are you doing? I hope you
I'm
can
doing
hear
good.
me.
How are you?
Good, good. I recently joined this course this week, so I'm really enjoying it so far, and it goes to the basics about Power BI, which I wasn't able to find on YouTube much with practice files, so it's been going good.
Good, good. Switch on the cameras, please. Loud sessions. You are allowed to switch on everything.
Oh, are we allowed to keep it off as well? Oh, I didn't know.
You can, but at least it's good to know because we will be interacting again and again.
Okay,
It
okay.
will be easy for me to remember the face and the name. Otherwise,
Okay.
many students are there, right? Hey, Jacob.
Okay. Definitely next time.
Yes, let's wait for a few more people, but we can start with the doubt sessions. Whatever questions you are having related to Excel, Power BI, anything. Come on, come on, come on. Tayaba, what is the question? What's your query till date since the time you joined?
Yeah, so I finished the module up to 20%, I would say around.
After
And I wanted
section
to have
three,
I had some doubts in the sense that I was following the instructions, but I want to know how can I be comfortable that I see an Excel file and I don't rely on instructions? Do you recommend doing it again after completing one
yes,
module without the instructions, or what do you say?
whichever way you feel comfortable. If you just like on one screen, you can keep the video, on the second screen, you can practice. That's fine. Okay. If you want to switch off the video and you remember you want to practice on your own, that is also fine. Whichever way you can practice, do practice.
Yes, definitely. As just applying for a lot of analyst roles, Power BI is extremely crucial, and they don't obviously give you much time before the interview process, or maybe 2, 3 days, just to cram what it is. This is a really good course to even review back on.
Good. No problem. We also help in that also sometimes
Oh,
on
okay,
one
amazing.
basis. But
Oh,
yes.
I will let you know maybe next meeting.
So you take the credit, we will be the back end like that.
No, no, of course. It's a joint effort.
Good. Yes. Okay. Uh, why are people not there? Have they left for Eid holidays already?
I didn't start here yet, but it's about to start next week, I think. Yeah.
Yes. So Seema and Shrikant, I was just having a call with them. Uh, we can continue with your doubts also, Seema. Anything which you feel to ask, anything from the past. Okay, we have the Janta now. Arvind, Dinesh, Salish. By the way, I met Dinesh in a restaurant. Coincidence. Sunday breakfast we were having in Shri Krishna Bhavan, Al Barsha. Hi Dinesh, how are you? Can you hear me? Hi Shreyash.
Hi,
Yeah, hi,
how are
hi.
you?
Hi. Sorry, I'm
Good.
late. I just
No, no,
reached.
not much late. Okay. Start with questions. Whoever is asking first question. Arvind, you must be having something, right?
नहीं सर
नहीं है
अभी
आज.
प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है
Okay, you are not getting time. ठीक है. Dinesh, what about you? See, if you don't ask questions, मेरे लिए तो easy है, right?
I know, same story. Yeah. No, hardly had time to breathe.
Okay. Uh, chalo. If you don't have any questions, let's discuss very basic things, maybe from Excel. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And it will be a recap for Seema and Shrikant. ठीक है?
sure.
I'll share my screen and very simple question we were discussing how to split the text. So if these are three names, okay, how to split maybe first name, middle name, last name.
Text to column.
Okay, text to column, right approach. How it works, I will show you. And then I will tell you the issues with that. Okay. So if I go and select these text, let's say, here data is there that is having text to columns. And now here you need to understand, if I am dividing them into 3 columns, are they of same length or do they have some pattern, some particular character in between? You need to identify that first. So here we can see that the length of the separated items is not same. So what we will do, we will use this separator method, or we also call it delimiter. If it was of fixed length, then we would use this one. In this case, this is the one which is required. So when we go next, now it is asking, okay, what is your separator? Looking at the text, it looks like space is the separator. So I will uncheck this and select space. And as soon as I select it, look at the bottom. It is split it into 3 columns. And when I go next, these are the 3 columns. Where do you want to place it? Destination. Currently it is showing F8. That means the same place. Now I would like to use this text in some other ways. So I don't want to replace it. So what I will do, I will change it to some other location, and that location is this. What's happening? That location is this. And when I click on finish, it gave me the results. Okay. Now, this is good, very easy. But the problem with this is that as soon as the text change, the results won't change. It's like, let's say, give me a 3-letter, 3 words name. Pan Singh Tomar. There was a movie, Bollywood movie, right? The result has not changed. So I will have to repeat my text to columns exercise whenever any changes are there in the data. So in that situation, what is recommended is you start using formulas. So formulas, now which functions I can use? Anyone for the first name?
Text
Which
split.
functions I can use?
Text
Text?
split.
Text split. Okay. Great. So here, there is a new function. The function name is text split. Like it is doing what text to columns is doing, but in a dynamic way. So what it asks, text split. It is saying, give me the text, that is the text. Then it is asking, what is the delimiter for columns? Which means if you want to separate it into columns, what will be the separator or the delimiter? And our delimiter was space. Whenever you are adding any function, if you are putting any text input, you have to put it within the double quotes. That's the rule for formulas. Okay. And when I close it, that's it. When I close it, look at the result. And it has filled the other 2 cells also, because it is a new function. We call it dynamic array function. That means they can change their array or the range automatically as per the need. If I type here Pan Singh Tomar from maybe he was from MP, right? So let's say, so automatically it generates the 4th column. Okay. And when I reduce it, it is keeping it in 3 columns. And I can drag it down. All the results are there. As soon as the text is changed, let's keep Akhilesh. The result is changed. So this is a much better function if you are in constant need of separating a text. You don't need to use text to columns, which will be repetitive exercise.
If we have any hyphen in between with some space, this will be also considered as a text, right?
Everything is text. You need to decide on what basis you want to split. Let's say if here the separator was space and hyphen, and here also it was space and hyphen. So you can see it is taking only space and it is keeping the hyphen in the result. But who stops you to tell the function that it is space and then hyphen? You can use two words, two characters combined as a delimiter, and the result will be still clear. Okay. Any questions on this? How many of you were aware of this function or not aware of this function? Suyash, thank you for bringing it into notice.
Yeah.
I was not aware.
Not aware.
Okay, now there are certain things it may not be available in your Excel also. Okay, it is a new function recently introduced March 2023, I guess, or maybe 22. I don't remember exactly, but some March. Now, maybe we are not interested in splitting it. Maybe we were only looking for first name. Then how we will do it? So we will use a function known as text before, because we need to get something before this space or hyphen, whatever is the separator. So text before, where to implement? In this text. Comma, it is also asking delimiter. It is also asking delimiter. I would say space. And we can copy it for other cells. We can copy it for other cells. Tell me about the last name.
Text last.
Text after.
Text
Text after.
Text after. And here, what is that character?
Hyphen.
Dash hyphen.
Let's use space because space is common. Hyphen, let it come. We can take care of it later on also, but let it be part of the name, or it was just introduced for some other purpose. So this is what we are getting. But are you okay with that? You're not okay, right?
No.
So check the other properties. Comma. Do you see here instance number? After which space I should give you the result? And I will mention second. And now it is giving the results properly. The instance means that it may be occurring multiple times. First instance of space, second instance of space. By default, it takes the first one from the left side. But if you want to specify, then I can take that also. Okay. Now, let's talk about middle name. How will we do it? See, more than writing the formulas, you need to be aware of the logic. If you were to do manually, how will you do it? One item doing manually is easy, but multiple items when you're doing, you need to identify the pattern.
Maybe use the same function 2 times.
We can use the same function 2 times. Not exactly the same, but maybe once we will use text after a space. So
After,
it will give us
yeah,
sing space Tomar, bhajan space sing,
yeah,
and then we will use text before.
before. Yeah. Combination
Okay.
of,
Yeah. So here I will use text after in this text, comma, space is the delimiter. What's the result? That's the result. Now this is our new text based on which we will work. So I will treat this as one text and I will write my function before that. Text before. Because I got these two parts and I need the word before this space. So I need to use text before in this text, and the delimiter is still same thing. And we got text after text before. Yes, that's correct. Is this clear?
yes.
Okay. Any questions now? Whatever common questions you were having, other than this, related to this, Power BI.
What happens if there is uneven space and there's slash in some and minus in some and too many variations? Yeah, then how do we do that?
Then we will have to get rid of the like incorrect or unwanted characters first.
First, trim it out. Yeah.
Not trim it out, because trim function works only on space. So
Okay.
if let's say this was having so many spaces,
Yes.
and here this was having multiple spaces over here. Okay. Now you can see the result has got distorted.
Yeah.
So what you need to do, don't work on this. First create a cleaner version of this by using trim function. So what is the role of trim function? Trim function removes extra spaces. So if I give this, it will remove the extra spaces. It will keep whatever is required for normal consecutive words, which is one space in between. And then once I get this result, then I will apply the other things. Okay. Now, it may not be possible that always you are having space as the issue. Correct? What if, like Dinesh
Correct.
was saying, that if it is, let's say,
A combination of variations.
combination, or let's go one by one first. Let's say if it was what if it is like this? Even if I'm not in the mood of splitting it, I would like to remove this hyphen and then place it as an space. Correct? So there is a function which is known as substitute. And what does it do? Replaces existing text with new text in a text string. So substitute function takes the initial text. Then it is asking what is the old text which you want to replace. and I can mention hyphen, comma, what is the new text which you want to replace it with? And I can mention space and close the bracket. So it gave me a simple name like this. What if it was having space, hyphen, space, and space? So when I do this task, it will only get rid of the hyphen and replace it with space. And it gives me Virat and Kohli very far. But now I know that I can pass it on to trim function because that takes away extra spaces. And now it becomes a simple name. And after that, whatever I wanted to do, I can go with that. So a few extra steps before we actually start working on separating it will be added. What else? Tell me other scenarios.
I have not started the Excel part of the practice yet, but in my last job, I'd struggled with the X lookup. So I don't have an example right now with any data, but can I ask about that? Just want to check.
Yeah, possible. Let me find out the file. But it's clearly mentioned in the course. It should be in the lookup functions. Let's go with this one. And all these files which I am using, not the previous one. Previous one was just open because of our earlier discussion. But all these files are there in the course. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, if I go for a simple, let's say we go for this one, very simple exercise.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm having this sheet, which is employee data, their demographic details or whatever details an HR department captures related to them. And I'm having the next sheet where I'm looking for the gender of this person. Employee code is there. Rest of the other details are there, but gender is missing. And gender is available here. Okay. Gender is available here. So I can do it using VLOOKUP, right? Anyone who doesn't know VLOOKUP on this, watch the video. But if I have to do using VLOOKUP, I will write it like VLOOKUP. I want to find this particular column or value where I will mention the name of this table. I will select all the range. It has automatically picked the name of the table. Otherwise, you can give column A until column M. That is another way of specifying the range. Comma. Then, okay, what you want to find, where you want to find is done. Now, what do you want to get? Which column will give you the results? So we are looking for gender, and gender is column E starting from here, which means it is the 5th column. So I will type 5, comma, and then it is asking approximate or exact match. That means if I am starting to find that employee code, can I do some certain approximations if it is not available? And I will deny that. I will say that please don't do that. Go for exact match. So when I double click it, it shows false. Another way of writing false is just type 0. Okay, 0 and false both are same in Excel language. When I close the bracket and press enter, it is giving me the result. Okay, so this is the VLOOKUP method. Now let's say I am doing for nationality. Okay, and here nationality is there. No, it's not there. Let's go for marital list. Oh, nationality is there. Column I is there. Now up to E and F, I was able to count. It was fifth column or sixth column. After that, I need to work little hard. Okay, what is the column number for I? What is the column number for bank account M? I need to count until then. Okay, so here what I will do, the XLOOKUP function, that is very simple. That says what you want to find. I want to find based on the employee code. Then it is asking, where is the lookup array? Where do you want to look for this? I will go for this sheet and I will say column A. Whatever I am finding will be available in this column. Then, comma, return array. It is directly asking you which column will give you the results. And I don't need to count and then mention the number. I can simply select that column. So it is not asking for the whole range and then starting from first, give me the count of columns. It is simply asking, give me the range from where you would like to see the results. And enter. And that gets me the nationality. Okay, this is a simpler version of XLOOKUP, but there are other parameters also which can help you. If I go next, it is asking you, what should I do if it is not found? So I can mention something else. Maybe I can mention not found, or maybe simply blank, double quote, double quote. So it is having inbuilt capability to get that alternate result in case of any errors or when the text is not found. Then the next one is, it is also asking you, what should I do? Exact match or approximations? We will go for exact match. It can also ask you further, okay, how should I find from top to bottom or bottom to top? VLOOKUP doesn't ask these questions. VLOOKUP always starts from top. So if that is important to me, then I will go for that selection. Otherwise, I will keep it empty and it will take the default values of top to bottom. When I press enter, the results are not changed because my text was always available in this list. Is this clear, Dayaba?
Yes, it's really clear. We can also use the XLOOKUP in the gender one as well by putting employee
yes.
code, and we can just
Yeah.
put gender instead of,
Correct.
I mean, not
So
even that, but
in
just putting the
this
same
case,
range.
if it is not I, let's say if we just type it and change it to E,
Yeah,
because E was the column, and press enter, it gives me the same result.
yeah, that's much easier than VLOOKUP as well, and is less prone to errors with the count
Yes.
as well.
That's the reason it was created later, roughly in 2020.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Next question, guys.
Is there a formula to count? Let's say we have like 10,000 rows and there are some which are repeating. We don't want to repeat the count. Say, for
Okay.
example, if there instead of 10,000, there are only 9,000 suppliers, but 1,000 are repeating because they are doing multi-product.
Yeah,
Right.
that's so look at this column. Okay. If the count which you are expecting here is 3, right? One is the header, other one is male and female, right?
Yeah, correct.
So first is, if I simply say, and let us look at this column, this is a table, TBL underscore passport. That is the range, this full range, all the columns of this. Okay. And I can mention gender in that table. That is the column number, column name. So let us write it in a blank screen. So I am writing equal TBL and passport. This is the table which we were referring to. But this is the whole table. I'm not interested in that. I was interested in the unique or the non-repetitive values of that column gender. So I will start with this square bracket, and then it gives me the different content of that table based on the column names. And our column name was this one. Close it. So what I'm saying, can you please give me gender column from table passport? When I press enter, it gives me each and everything. So then I'm not interested in this. So what I will tell, can you please give me unique list? Whatever you are giving, can you please create a unique list out of that? The function name is unique. And this is the result. But you were not interested in this also. You were interested in only the count. Okay, how many items are there? So I can change my formula further. I will say, please count all the elements of whatever you gave me. Count A function is the function which can do that job. So that's it too. So one by one, we first got the full list, whatever columns you were interested in. Then we used unique function to reduce the duplication part. Then we used count A function to count. Okay. Next.
Sir,
Oh,
one question on the same this topic.
Mhm.
This like let's say we had this male female category in one column. What if they are scattered in many columns and we want to have the same count again?
Okay. Let's say we are having who will tell the result? I need the unique list or maybe the count after that. Anyone? Shash?
select all and remove duplicates.
Select all and remove duplicates. Remove duplicates work vertically. I think
Oh,
here it will not work. Okay. Now, there are multiple functions. I forgot which one. There is function known as text wrap. Okay. Text wrap, uh, two col and two rows, something like that. Some functions are there. Let's try text wrap text. Maybe the function name is wrap text. Yeah, wrap columns. Two rows, two columns. If I select this, did you see? Function name is two columns. Two col is the short for that. I gave the full list. It was even uneven. You can see here space was there. I gave the full list. It generated in one single column. कुछ नहीं किया मैंने. It is very simple. Now you just need to implement further extra things. Let's say this function is having something. Okay, ignore. There is a section for ignore. Let's ignore these empty cells. Maybe there is an option, comma, ignore blanks. We got it. Enter. Right? Now you got the full list. You know how to use unique. You know how to count. Everything is up to you. Okay? Sailesh, does it work that way?
Yeah, that is fine. Yes. I have some other query. So we have a mobile number. Okay. The mobile number. So
Little bit louder, please.
so we have a list. You
Yeah.
can hear me?
Yes.
I'm audible? Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
we have a column which have mobile number. So the mobile number starts with the country code, and then for example, let's take UAE number 971 with the number which starts with 5. Then we
Okay.
have number which starts with 0 and 5. Then we have we have 097, but we want to have country code along with the mobile number. So how I will achieve that? So we have one column which have all the mobile numbers. Somewhere it is 971 with number, somewhere plus 971 and number, and 0 and remaining number. So if I were to achieve, I have to have only country code and the number. I don't want 0 and all. So how can we achieve?
How do you do it currently?
Yes.
How do you do it currently?
I go and do left trim, take 10 digit, probably the last 10 digit of the number, and then I append plus 971.
For UAE 9 digits only, right?
Sorry, 9 digit, and then I append plus 971 or
That's it.
971.
You're doing it perfectly correct way.
So is there any way apart from this which is much easier?
It's not like it is the easiest already.
Because see, there might be probably some number which won't be UAE's number. So in such scenario, that logic might fail. So some international number or some
Unless
India.
you identify a pattern, unless you give me a pattern, I cannot give a proper result.
So
Okay.
you can take plus 91 India's number in that, and plus 97 with UAE number. So if I go and do for UAE, you have a
Let's
pattern of 9.
explain the problem. I was having that file somewhere. I'm not sure which one it is having. Data validations, name ranges, lookup text functions may be having it. Okay, 10. This is your scenario, right? Without 0, with 0, with 91, right?
Right,
and you
right.
need
This is
a constant one like this, or maybe
this is
with plus
one. Yeah, this is fine, Akhilesh. And one more, if you have a non-UAE number, okay. So in that scenario, my plus 9 logic of left trim will not work in that scenario. So how I can identify such
How
scenarios?
to identify the country?
Yes.
You have to
And
tell
I
me.
have only mobile. I have only mobile number with me. In that case,
You can't do. If you can't identify manually, the formula cannot be written also, right? If this is written and there is no country code, let's say, and you have options of KSA and UAE, what will you type?
so can we? Okay, I don't know how we will put that logic. Can we go and see from the left side, what if mobile number starts with 00971 or 0? In that case, we will see the length of remaining text and we can do something of that sort. Length is 9, then yes, it is UE number. If it is not 9,
So then we have to go situation by situation. It is not a like one stop solution for all the situations. If the numbers are of uniform length, maybe we will think of something else. Okay. So let's first, for the other viewers, let's say if this is the scenario, how to make it uniform like this. So what is the most important part out of this? Out of this, what is the most important part? The last 9 digits.
9 digits.
Because that is the unique identifier. Rest of the things will be common if it is coming from the same country. So you will go with equal right function and then take this text. And for UAE or KSA kind of scenarios, I think last 9 digits are enough. And now I am having the correct number. And let's assume that these are all some other numbers. Okay. Here I will type. Okay. So now this is incomplete. I need to add country code. So what I can do, double quote plus 971 or 00971, close the double quote, and function, which will join the two parts. And now I got my full number. Now, the question is that what if we were having a mix of some numbers? What if here, let's say, it was something like 966 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. Okay. Then I cannot simply type 971. I need some other logic to find this part. I need some other logic to find this part. But how can this part be achieved? Find me the remaining text other than the 9. That can give me a clue. So let's say we go here. I will say text, or I would say, how can I extract the remaining part? Okay, we can go for left.
Left. Yes.
In this. How many characters? Tell me guys, how many characters? What should I write? Because I want only, no, 4 is not possible. Here,
sorry, this
the
type.
result which I am getting is 966, 00971 or 0.
Definitely 7, as the numbers are usually 7 numbers.
So 7 will give me, look at this result, 7 will give me this.
Okay.
First 3.
Is equal to left. Cell reference len length minus 9.
What does len do? What is your name?
Manoj.
Manoj. So Manoj says len function. What is the role of len function, guys?
It will give the length of the entire string.
It will give the length of the whole cell, whatever number of characters are there. So what he's saying, please take the total number of characters, because len function will give you total, and I've already taken 9 out of them, right? I've already taken 9 out of them. So whatever is remaining, total minus 9, that is what I'm looking for from the left side.
Right.
So in this case, it is nothing, but for these cases, it is giving you something. Here, I think I kept one less character. Okay. So out of this, maybe what I will do, I will use value function. What value function will do? Ignore the error. So value function is giving you, here do we have more characters? Okay, fine. So this is what we got. Now for this, there is no solution. For this, there is no solution. I don't know which country it belongs to. But for this, maybe I can club this part directly and add zeros or plus very easily. So Sailesh, you need to find the solution for the ones where we don't have any clue.
Fine, Akhilesh. I think this will help. This will help me to at least identify the length and understand the first three values, whether which country code it is. If it is not 971 or something, and then I will be able to identify the actual UAE number.
Yes. And so KSA and UAE kind of countries will be okay with this logic. If let's say in the same list you are getting India also, then the challenge will be bigger because India is a 10-digit number and UAE and
Yes.
all, they are 9 digits. So then we cannot apply this rule.
For that, we should have something country code or something to identify them.
Somewhere
Such a
like specifically we should have that country. Then we can maybe do a VLOOKUP for the initial country code. Okay. And then get the remaining one.
Thanks,
Okay.
Akhilesh. I think this
But
helps.
it gives you some directions
Yeah,
to make.
it give me direction if I come across such cases.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Next questions. आज Excel में घुस गया right? But are you guys like, do you feel that ये सब आता था कि we have not thought of these functions which we have known little bit different way? Excel has evolved a lot and we have not
See,
evolved using the same
use
functions of Excel.
use करते but not so often. We use it, but not so much. But
Good.
with Power BI, I feel everything has become easy for now.
But Power BI is the stage after your data is set. Power Query will help you in that to some extent. Okay. And all these things can be done in Power Query to a great extent to clean to like whatever process we are writing here, we can put it in Power Query also. And then comes the visualization. So it is just adding that additional relationships, visualization kind of like benefits. Okay. But many times
And
maybe our end objective is not a dashboard. Maybe we need to give the data to someone else. Maybe it is not a table also. So then Excel will be the interface where you will work. Okay. Chaliye, next question.
Can I ask a question about this Power Query?
Yes, Arvind.
Actually, I'm trying to convert one date, but it's changing to some number. I'm in different style. I'll just share my screen.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing.
Okay. This number
Hmm.
is it's 2024. So when I just change it to date,
So the year cannot be changed into a date, right? What would be that date out of the 365 or 366 days?
okay.
Which
So
one you want?
it will not show calendar here.
No, calendar will be shown when it is a date. To convert the date, you need to have three components, D, M, and Y. Y portion is there, but D and M are missing. So if you have, let's say if you were able to change it manually, तो कौन सा डेट होता पूरे साल का वो?
Mhm.
Tell me which date it would be जो आप चेंज करना चाहते हो?
2024. It's
2000
2024 only.
So then that is already there. If you want to convert it into a date, then you have to have all the three components somewhere. Not here. We can do it there also. But वो कौन सा डेट होगा वो डालना क्या चाह रहे हो? 1st of Jan,
Okay.
31st of December 24. You have to decide that way. Which is that date?
Okay.
And then I can give you the idea.
Okay. Currently, our team, is presenting the data in this way. So I'm just trying to make the same thing in Power BI, and whatever number he's showing, this MTD and variance, trying to bring that on the graph as well. So today he shared file from where he's getting this information. He's extracting from SAP. So slowly working and trying to improve that file. So
Okay. So whenever a year is there but you want to keep it in the form of a date, because the date is more usable, it can give you more like outputs. So your idea is correct, approach is correct, that you need to convert it into a date. But you need to also have an idea, okay, which date I would like to use. And in this case, let's say if nothing is available, maybe I will go for 1st of Jan 2024. Okay. If I want to keep it as a date, I will go for 1st of Jan 2024. Go to the Power Query, I will tell you what is the process of doing that rather than doing it in Excel. Okay. So here you have extracted year from where?
it was only year.
Remove
So
it.
I will just go back.
Ah,
It was like this in the beginning.
okay.
So I just thought it's 2024. So I'll convert it to date. And
Okay.
then I went,
But I was telling you that is already done, right?
then I converted it to year.
No, but year was already there.
But was it not a number for the Power Query? It understand it's a year.
It doesn't matter. Number and text for 2024 will not matter to you unless you are doing something like greater than, less than. If you keep it as a text, it will appear fine in your reports. If you keep it as a number, then also it will appear fine. Only problem is when you drag it into a particular table, it will show you summation of 2024 multiple times. Okay. Other than that, there is no drawback. Okay. So you can keep it the original method because ultimately 2024 became something else. So you don't need to go through this year route. Cancel this step. Okay. Cancel this one also. Change type of date. If you wanted it in number, then simply go and say it is 1, 2, 3 rather than a date. Change it to 1, 2, 3, whole number, whole number. That also makes the same thing, right? You were going like this while we can do it directly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, keep it as a date 1st of Jan 2024. That is also good.
So
Yeah, this is also good.
if at this point I wanted the last, then like say end of the month instead of
End
first.
of the month,
End of the year, sorry.
end of the year.
Yeah.
Go there in the transform at the top. Right side date is there. Year, month. Go to month,
Okay, end of the year.
Yeah, that is also fine. Otherwise, month, end of the month.
Okay.
Both will give you same result.
And there are many columns which is like just a code, like a text format. And I see so many columns are there. I'm going individually. So we have to select individually. I mean, let's say there's these are the calendar dates. So I
Yeah.
have to review each column, right? and check what data type is needed.
Ideally, yes. Ideally, yes. But if
Okay.
you don't want to use something, don't keep it in the table.
Okay.
If something is important, keep it. Otherwise, don't keep it. And how you don't keep it? Go to Home tab and choose column option is there. Choose column in the middle at the top.
Okay.
Left of this. First option. It gives you the list of all the columns which are there. You just check what you need and only focus on changing the data types of those columns. Unnecessarily don't like check the data types of every column.
Okay.
Okay.
But when I choose column, those data will be removed from here completely, or it is there but it's not showing.
It will not be like transferred to the visualizations. That
Okay.
means your file size also will not consider those columns. They are as good as not there.
And if by any chance I need them back again, I
Check
don't
it.
have that choice again. Oh, I can come and check it again.
You can come back to Power Query and check it.
Okay. Okay.
Let's do it right away. Let's say you uncheck everything, select all columns, uncheck everything, and then just select 3 columns from somewhere, anything.
Okay.
It is giving only 3 columns now. Now, okay, I forgot to select a particular column.
Okay.
So you go and add more columns. You can go to the setting of this step also. Go to this step, last step, remove other columns, and there is a setting. No, don't delete. Deleting means this step is gone. Maybe out of 100, you selected 45. That 45 selection has to be redone if you delete it. Okay. So choose columns and select whatever you want or don't want. Click OK. Now go to that setting icon, yes. So it will open that window again and add one more element or remove some columns, and then it will implement it in the same step. सोचो अगर आपने 15 कॉलम सेलेक्ट कर रखे होते, which 15 columns will be there?
Yeah, I
So
was just struggling. Like right now, only there are so many columns. I was changing data type, but couple of them I made a mistake. So I had to completely delete that step and do it again.
No, don't delete it. Sometimes it is okay. Initially, it's okay because we don't know all the things. Okay, we have to go through the course again and again, and you will get used to it. What is the best way? So, what I would do, I will, let's say, take it, and sometimes I use choose columns. But the problem of choose columns is it doesn't tell you what kind of data it is. Okay, so we might not relate the names with the columns. So, we may not use that. Here it shows the data and the names. So it's easy for us to decide whether to keep it or not keep it. So if that's the case, we can do that way also. So I will use fiscal. This is important. Then I will use this profit center. That is important. I'm using control key now because I've selected some columns which are very far or not regular consecutive. Okay. So control key, and then I will go forward. Oh, profit center name is also important for me. So let me select that. Then transaction currency, where's that window? Okay, here. Transaction currency, that is another column, and that's enough. Okay. And now I will right click on the column header and I will say remove other columns because these are the ones which I am interested in. Remove other columns and choose columns are exactly same. It's just done differently. If I go into this setting now, it will give you the same thing. But I did it by looking at the sample data. Okay, so that helped me. Now, later on, I realized, okay, if I go to the previous step, there was some information which I wanted, like this sales group, but I missed it. So I will go there into this setting icon, gear icon, and there was sales group. Where is that? Can you identify? Here it is. Click OK. So now that column is also added. Okay, so this is the way to reduce the clutter. Now let's say we want to keep all the columns. For some reason, everything is important for us, but you have to take care of the data types. So find the columns which are majority. So majority of the columns, if I say, are of text data type, right? And then
Yes.
few of them will be numbers and few of them will be date at the max.
Yeah.
But majority of them are text. So what I can do, I can select all of them, Control A, and then I will use this top method because this can be implemented on all of them.
Mm.
And replace current. Replace current means you just did some changes. Do you want to replace them? Yes, I want to replace them. So this is done. Now, okay, let's focus on the other columns. Which one is important to be changed? Fiscal year. I want to keep it as a date. So I will go for a date. Replace current. What else? Company code and all these are fine. Okay, let's look at something. Okay, here, currency one. This column and this column, as well as this column and this column, all of them are numbers, right?
Values, yeah, decimal.
What I will do, and quantities also. So I will select from here, shift key, and until here. If the columns are like continuously placed, you can use shift key to select multiple items. And I will go there and I will say, can you please make it decimal or whole number? Decimal is better because it will retain the decimals also if it is there in the text or that column. Okay. Then I will go further. I will find this kind of category again. Text, text, text. These are all text. I think we are
Some
okay.
dates.
There are some
Dates,
dates,
yeah.
multiple dates. So I will start from here until here. These are all dates. When I go here and select the dates, replace current. So these are also converted into dates. This is time of entry. And if you notice here, the initial part is wrong. It was only time, and because there was no date mentioned, it has considered the starting point of the Excel, which is like 1900 something. Okay. So the first part is useless to us. So what we can do, we can go for something like select this portion. I will select this column. I will go for replace values. What to find? Find this, whatever I copied along with space. Replace it with what? Nothing.
Nothing.
So I'm left with only 10. And then maybe I can make it a time. Here, waste time. Do you have time? This one. Okay. And then other things like that, you can keep on going. But all these things, before that, I will knock off all the columns which I am not interested in so that my work is not getting wasted. Because problem is, if you fix an unwanted column today, and tomorrow, if that unwanted column is taken out of the data from the original source itself, आपको उसकी जरूरत वैसे भी नहीं थी, आपने उसके ऊपर काम किया, Power Query will say, where is that column? I need to use it for some process. And in the end output, you don't need it anyways, right? So first work, it should be whatever is not required, take it away.
So in this file, when we get the Excel data, the
Hmm.
data is intact and still there. We are just trying to show what is needed, and put something back or inside and behind the screen. But data is still there, it's not deleted.
We are creating a process. We are not actually implementing it. The implementation only happens when we close and apply, and this process is implemented on the original source data. And after the process, whatever result comes, that is given to the visualizations. So this is just a process, and process can be changed. It is not a hard coding, something like that. Okay. हाँ. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Shall we close the session then, guys? How was the session?
Nilesh,
Yeah.
one question.
It's
Hmm.
really
Nilesh, last
helpful.
time in the last session, you have helped us how to do this click and click. We can click and navigate to the page, right?
Yes.
We have created that button. So control and click is mandatory. Can't it be only click? Is that possible?
You are in the creation mode. That's why control and click is required. Once you publish it, it will require only click.
Oh, okay, okay. So once that get published, they can only click and they can move around, navigate around the pages.
Yes.
That is what you're
Because because you are in the creator mode, Power BI doesn't know
Understood.
whether you wanted to execute or you
Okay.
were just checking it. Maybe you wanted to just
Okay.
here and there, right? That's why it is asking control and click.
Understood. Understood. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Okay. What else? What else? Yes,
I have one
Yash.
question.
Yes, please.
Ganesh,
Yes.
in a course, we had some data from this gap of oil of from
Hmm.
2024 or something. And I but I
Here,
came
your
up
voice is
with
breaking. Your voice is breaking in between. Is it the same case for every?
it's okay now.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
you
breaking.
cannot hear breaking.
okay. It's better.
Is it okay now?
Yes, yes.
So I downloaded this Excel file from the website and came across this different. Means if I want to convert it to numbers. So
Hmm.
some numbers are in thousand, numbers are in million, like K and M. And then I tried to wanted to clean this data in number format. And then I replaced K with 000, replace M with 5 zeros. But there are variety of data, like there is 22 million, 22.1 million, then there is 100 million. So how do data?
Use Power Query. Did you try Power Query?
No, I didn't in the not get that much of time.
So share this file in the Power BI group and let everyone practice and let's see who can come up with the like automated way.
Solution.
Okay. But I
Because
will give you some directions.
yeah, okay.
Bring it inside Power Query, unpivot the years. So you get country, year, and the values. The values we need to fix. Values
Yeah,
will have with K or ending with M. Take
yes.
the K and M in the next column and replace
Take the
K
K
with
and M
1000.
in next column.
Yes, separate it out, I mean.
Okay.
Okay. Replace the K with 1000, M with 1 million. Multiply the two columns again, and you got your values properly.
Replace the K, sorry, multiply K with 1000. Okay, okay, okay.
You first need tag which line is
Yeah,
K,
I
which
got it. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
so just a direction, but try to do it whichever way in Excel, in Power Query, and
But
it will be nice.
multiplication will be, multiplication will fix it really. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Because today I did not get that much of time to think about. So I just thought of sharing it with in the doubt session.
Okay. Chalo, one promise from my side. I will create a YouTube video on this. Okay. I needed some motivation from maybe past 1 year. I have not posted anything really. Whatever is being posted is done by someone else, some agencies. Let me try to fix it. You do your homework assignments and we will see who is doing it in a proper manner. Okay. At the end of the week, I will share the updated link, the YouTube link. Okay.
I will try,
I
but I
want to
cannot
ask.
try for Friday. I am busy from till Friday. I have a 5 days training session, so maybe I'll try on Saturday.
Okay. Tayabai, you were asking something?
Yes, I was asking just to ensure I'm up to date with the practice. This was my first session actually, and I got the really good gist of how it works. I want to check, are these sessions every week or every 2 weeks? Just the recurrence?
Every week.
Every week. Okay, okay.
Unless
Alright,
we
great.
specify that I am going on vacation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right now every week. Okay.
Okay.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Akhilesh,
Okay, thank you.
one more thing.
Yes,
Last
Sailesh.
session you told you will be sharing some video on connecting with database.
आपने
In,
याद दिलाया मेरे को नहीं दिलाया ना
मुझे लगा आप कर दोगे अच्छा हुआ आज रात भी याद दिला रहे सर करा दो क्योंकि I've done
in
a
the
dashboard.
WhatsApp group
I
दे
will
देंगे
tell you, yeah, I will do that. I've created a dashboard. I want to integrate it with database so I can make it live for business.
Databricks
One
okay
sec.
it's a simple one उसमें कुछ है नहीं only IT will give you some connections that's it
So
बाकी कुछ
that already initiated, but उसके आगे कुछ करना है तो
Okay.
if you can
ठीक है
give me. Okay.
Okay, any other questions? चलिए, have a great night ahead and see you next week or some of you on maybe Sunday or some other day. ठीक है? चलिए, bye.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Have a
Good
great
night.
Thank
night.
you.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
Good night. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Good night.